Lesson number one is that college is exactly what you make it. If you want to go out and party all the time and live that Van Wilder or Dan Bilzerian lifestyle, you absolutely can. All that you have to do is just be at the bars Thursday through Saturday, and eventually you'll start making friends. You'll be invited to parties, and it will become your lifestyle. That's exactly what I ended up doing my freshman year. I was out at the bars every weekend, Thursday through Saturday. I started becoming friends with the bouncers, with everybody in town, and I would wake up to videos of me doing magic on random people's Snapchat stories. I would wake up to random pictures of me on Instagram with people that I didn't even know, and it was a lot of fun, but my grades suffered because of it. Speaking of your grades, if you want to focus on your academics and learning, college is the perfect place for it. These are literal institutions of higher education, and they are designed to help you learn as much as you want and as much as you are capable of. Go to the library, start picking up random books, talk to your professors, ask them about additional readings, get involved in academic clubs, become a tutor with the school or on your own. There is a near limitless amount of ways that you can get involved with your academics and further your studies to make yourself more knowledgeable and pursue some intellectual passions that maybe you didn't even know that you had. If you want to use college as a way to reinvent yourself, to get in shape, to find a new hobby, to change your personality, you absolutely can. You can use it to find a new friend group, figure out what you're actually interested in life, and explore who you are as a person. Or you could use it to stay the exact same and to just really focus in and master what you're already good at. And just like most other things, you can waste away your college experience. You can stay locked up in your dorm or your apartment, not being out there trying to make new friends, not enjoying the social scene of your college, not trying to find a new hobby, not working on your academics, just sitting there doing nothing. You could even sit there scrolling through YouTube for hours on end, listening to creators constantly telling you to like and subscribe. You really should like and subscribe, by the way. The point is, your college experience is what you make of it. If you want to use college to reinvent yourself, go do it. If you want to use college to reinforce who you already are, then go and do that. If you want to use college to go and find out who you are, then go and do it. The point is, you have to actually do it. Nothing is going to happen for you. Your college experience is what you make it. Lesson number 2. Nobody knows what they're doing. Not the super smart kid sitting at the front of the class, not the D1 athlete that everybody thinks is going to go pro, not the frat bro, not the sorority chick, not the stoner, not even the professor. None of them know what they're doing. The smart kid sitting at the front of the class that seems like he has everything planned out and has his life all together is trying to deal with all of the expectations that everybody has from him and doesn't actually know what he wants to do. The D1 athlete who everybody thinks is going to make it pro is dealing with burnout and isn't even sure if he wants to keep playing his sport, but everybody expects him to, everybody wants him to, but all he wants to do is get a simple job. The frat bro, the sorority girl, they're questioning why they decided to go to school. They aren't doing well in some of their classes. The professor is questioning how to teach a room full of kids. He got forced into this job because he's a researcher, but in order to get his funding, he has to teach classes, and he's never done it a day in his life. Everybody's trying to figure it out as they go, and nobody really knows what they're doing or where they're going, but they're all putting on a brave face and trying to get through it together. So if sometimes you feel overwhelmed, if you think that everything is weighing down on you, you're questioning your decisions to be going to school, you're questioning the work that you're putting in, don't feel alone. Everybody is doing the same. Nobody knows what they're truly doing. We all question ourselves, some of us more than others, but we all question why we're there at some points. And we all question whether or not we're capable of doing what we're doing. But eventually we all make it through. But only if we keep pushing, and only if we truly believe in ourselves. And this leads me into lesson 3. It's okay to not know what you're doing, because nobody expects you to know anything. Particularly as a student, nobody expects any of the students to know what they're doing, especially freshmen and sophomores. The reason why this is important is because a lot of people get frustrated and overwhelmed when other students know stuff that they don't. For example, you're in a class your freshman year and there's 1 or 2 kids that seem to know the answer to every question, but you don't know the answer to any of them. That can be really frustrating, but realistically, you aren't expected to know any of it. Just because they do doesn't mean that you are supposed to. That's what you're in the classroom for. You're there to learn that information. Good for them that they already know it, but you don't yet. So just pay attention and learn it. In a couple of weeks, couple of months, you'll be right there with them. You'll know that. I'm willing to bet that there's plenty of stuff that you know that they don't. There's probably classes that you took in high school that they didn't, or classes that you did well in that they didn't. Everybody's going to come in with different strengths and weaknesses, and your professors don't know where those lie. So they're going to assume that everybody's on a level playing field at 0. If someone comes in and they know something, good for them, but that's not a prerequisite. All that you actually need is the ability and the willingness to learn that information. I'm editing the video and I realized I forgot to mention that this doesn't just apply to the classroom, it also applies to stuff like your life plans and what you want to study as well. You aren't expected to know, and you don't need to know what you want to do with your life or what you want to study. All you need to know, or all you need, is the willingness to figure that out. You don't need to know what you want to study when you first go in. You don't need to know what you want your career path to be. Not everybody does. All you need is the willingness to figure it out while you're there. Hopefully you all took something away from this video, particularly those of you who are either still in college or those of you who are about to enter. Let me know what you learned and if you found this helpful. And those of you who are at the tail end of college or have already graduated like me, let me know what you've learned during your experience in college. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.